Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'll be answering this question of why do you feel embarrassed about your daydreaming? Actually, this is also one of those common themes for most daydreamers. Like, you might feel so ashamed that you are a daydreamer, or that your daydreaming is ruining your life, or that your daydreaming is taking most of your day, and you may find yourself even not telling anyone about it or just keeping it to yourself, because when you try to tell anyone, no one will really understand. So what causes this feeling of embarrassment for a daydreamer? I'm going to share with you some of the common reasons so that it can really help you and you don't even need to beat yourself up or feel or put more shame on yourself because you're a daydreamer. So actually the first reason is lack of awareness. So when you talk about excessive daydreaming, like, very few people know about it. In fact, very few therapists even know about it. In fact, for me, I didn't even know about it last year. So if you talk to someone about it, or if someone sees you doing it, let's say if it's your mom or your parents or your friends, of course they'll see you as this weirdo, especially if they don't have that compassionate nature of just understanding someone for who they are, or just taking them someone for who they are without really imposing their judgments on them. So because it's not really a normal thing, when people see you, like, let's say, pacing or just talking to yourself as you are talking, they'll think that you are this mad person. You're just a normal human being who's daydreaming. So this lack of awareness is making you really, will make you really feel embarrassed, as if you're not part of other people. The other aspect is this aspect of perceived laziness. When you daydream, like, you might find yourself sitting down for a couple of hours just doing nothing. So in a place where you are expected to do all this work, to do all these things, to always be active, people might really think that you are lazy because that daydreaming is occupying most of your day. And when people think you are lazy, when you even think that you are lazy, let's say you don't even know about maladaptive daydreaming and you think you are lazy, of course you will feel embarrassed because you're just sitting there, and this daydreaming, which you really can't stop it, or you are really struggling to stop it, is taking most of your day. And when it takes most of your day, you'll think that you are a very lazy human being. And when you are perceived as lazy, or when you perceive yourself as lazy, of course you'll feel embarrassed. Yeah. The other aspect is fear of judgment. Actually, daydreaming is kind of this silent or hidden shame, because you might lock yourself in your room, lock yourself somewhere and do it. In fact, when I was doing the interviews, most people really just know about this daydreaming by themselves, and let's say they have shared it with just strangers on online forums, but the people around them don't know about it, because they say that they sometimes they try to share it with a friend, but a friend will just judge them and tell them like, hey, why can't you stop, that's weird. So because of this fear of judgment, it creates this feeling of embarrassment. You don't even want to talk about it, or you don't even want to be associated with your daydream. And when you don't want to be associated with something which is affecting you, of course you'll feel embarrassed. You'll even feel out of place to the point where you resort to isolating yourself from others. Yeah. The last thing is comparison. You're comparing yourself to others. So as a daydreamer, because let's say you might be the only daydreamer you know in your group of friends or in your circle of family and the people you interact with on a daily basis, you might think that you are a weirdo because you're the only one who's doing it. Like, why you? Like, why me? Why am I a daydreamer? Why not my brother? Why not my sister? Why not my friends? So because you tend to compare yourself to others, you'll really feel embarrassed. You really feel that there's something wrong with you, or there must be something really off with you to go to this imaginary world. So when you really have this feeling, that, or this aspect of comparison, of course what happens, you'll feel embarrassed and you'll feel really ashamed to the point that you just want to isolate from them, because you feel that you're not part of them. You feel that you are just a daydreamer and you're not a human being. The last aspect is productivity pressure. So something about daydreaming is it consumes, especially like excessive daydreaming, it consumes your time, and it may make you like procrastinate on the normal affairs of life, like work, like studying. So when you procrastinate on those things, and you know that we're living in a world where we always want to be productive. So when you procrastinate on those things because of the daydreaming, you feel so bad about yourself. You feel so embarrassed because you're asking yourself, like, why can't I control this thing? Why can't I be productive like anyone else? So because you can't really be productive, you are so embarrassed of it, and you are really beating yourself up because that daydreaming is sucking the energy out of your life. So it can feel embarrassing like being a daydreamer, but the first thing actually you can do is just acknowledge that it's okay and you're not a weirdo because you are experiencing maladaptive daydreaming. It's just a way of you coping with life challenges, and there are other daydreamers out there. So even if the people around you are not really listening to you or don't understand you, just find a forum like Reddit, or you don't have to disclose your name. You don't have to. You can just go there and read other people's stories, and you can develop this sense of belonging. So you are not a weirdo, and you don't have to feel embarrassed because you are a daydreamer. Daydreaming is just a coping mechanism like anything else, like someone who drinks, like someone who overworks, like someone who overthinks. It's just a coping mechanism like anything else, and you can overcome it. Hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.